Hello everyone! Welcome to my library. In the future, I'll talk about all the books I have in my library, but right now I want to talk about my most recent additions, my most recent purchases. So, I went to Walmart after work, and they have a bunch of books for sale because it's back to school time. And most of these books are, you probably read when you're in school. So I got first here, let's see, Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I read this when I was a freshman in high school. I had this book once upon a time, but I don't know where it went. If you don't know what the Lord of the Flies is, it's a book about a group of boys crashed into an island. They have no parents, no adults, and basically they turn into savages. You know, they start attacking each other, killing the animals on the island, and they try to like murder each other and all that. So, interesting book right there. Next book I got here, 1953, Ray Bradbury, Fahrenheit 451. I read this when I was a sophomore, I think, in high school. I'm not completely sure, but this is a good book in itself. It's about a future society where intelligence was illegal, outlawed, and the main character, his job was to burn books. And then we learn later on in the book that he's been keeping a bunch of books to himself, trying to memorize it, trying to preserve their significance to society, right? But in this world, books were outlawed, intelligence was not allowed. It's a good book. The reason why it's called Fahrenheit 451, 450 degrees Fahrenheit, is the combustion temperature of paper. Book paper. Okay? So, there you go. What next? 1950-ish, Catcher in the Rye. Everyone knows the story of Holden Caulfield, right? This book really needs no introduction. I read this book when I was a junior in high school. So, there you go. I think this was the original cover to the book. They reprinted it. Okay, next book. Edith Hamilton's Mythology. I have never actually read this book, but it seemed interesting to me. Talks about the gods, Olympus, Perseus, Hercules, etc. So it looks like a good read to me, because I'm really interested in that stuff. Okay. Next book I got here, Of Mice and Men by JD John Steinbeck. I got another book somewhere by the same author. Here it is. And you notice it has the similar looks to it. Unfortunately, it's a little shorter than the other one. But I got the Pearl right here. I'm not going to talk about that. But Of Mice and Men, Lenny and George, remember them? I read this book when I was in high school. So, Of Mice and Men talks about two guys. One's smart and aspiring to own his own land or something, own a house. And the other dude, just all he wants to do is pet bunnies, and a pretty dumb guy. And we see their little adventures and on the farm that they work at. So there's a good book right there. All these books so far, classics, you know. Oh, the last thing I have here is Gamepro Magazine number 264. It has Alice on the front cover. If you don't know, I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan, and if you ever wonder how I got into Alice in Wonderland in the first place, the first game, this is the second game that they're promoting right here. The first game is what got me into it in the first place. And you might want to check it out. It's American McGee's Alice. And I'm about to make another one, Alice Madness Returns, which continues the story of a demented story of Alice in Wonderland, where she's basically a big killer and her parents got murdered and stuff like that. This is just nerd. So I thought I'd pick it up just because I'm interested in the story. And it got screenshots and stuff like that. So, that's my most recent purchases of books for my library. I don't know where I'm going to put them. It looks small, so they just go right there. This magazines, I don't put magazines on here. So, have you ever read these books that I just showed you? What you think of them? When did you read them? Did you read them in high school? Etc., etc. Comment below, whatever. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Sayonara.